Welcome back to Parenting Hack on It's Henny. If you're just joining us, you're not too late. We have an amazing guest. We've been interviewing her and then we've been getting a lot of value on this podcast. I want you to go back and watch the video from the beginning if you haven't. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and also to turn on your notification. If parenting, real conversations matter to you, you are in the right place. Thank you. All right, so we'll go on now to the rest of the questions. Thank you very much once again for joining us, Mrs. Sheyi. Okay, Ms. Sheyi, thank you. Welcome back. Okay, let's go into the next phase of the questions. What do you think parents, what small everyday things can they do to really show their children that they care about their education? Like what daily things, small things can they do to show their children they care about their education?
There are a lot of things parents can do to show that they truly care about their children and their academics and their overall well-being generally. But the most important one of it all is to be present. They need to be actively present in the lives of their children. It is very, very important. Now, for everyday things, they need to have conversations. Conversations not just around the academics alone. Conversations around how they feel, how they are coping, their struggles, their challenges, and in those conversations they can pick out how their children, how well they are faring in their academics. Yeah, they might not be able to help with some parts of their academics. For example, maybe a parent that is not science inclined or maybe is not too good with math, but you can still have those conversations. So how do you think I can help you with this? Or what are your challenges? I can talk to someone, I can speak to someone about it, but just let me know what you need to do. And they can also reassure the parents, these honest conversations, we need to have them. Or they can tell, I've had a parent that jokingly told the child, if you need your math to do your math assignments, don't come to me. Your dad is a better person to go to. I don't know anything about math. These are honest conversations. Yeah? So the child knows, okay, mommy is not too good with math. I'll just wait for daddy when he comes back. And these are things that we do with our kids that make them, be confident in who they are. Being honest is also one of it. Yes. The truth is, whether we like it or not, we're not chasing perfection here. No. Perfection is not the word.
I wish we could be perfect.
No, perfection is not the word. But those little things that we do, those conversations we have, those plays, playing around, joking around, those are the moments those kids will remember. Truly.
Those are little connections that
we make with those kids that will eventually turn out to help them, not just in their academics alone.
Beautiful.
To help boost their confidence.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bankole Francis. And you said, you cracked the joke just now about a parent saying, I don't know about maths, I know about this. Now, for parents who truly and sincerely don't understand the curriculum, don't understand the schoolwork, the nature of the curriculum, how do you think they can support these children academically?
Like I said,
what options do they have?
They have the option of asking questions. It is a very, very different scenario from where the home country compared to here. The educational sector is way totally different. Now, one of the things parents can do is to, aside from doing their own research, they need to ask questions. They can go to the school. Please, we are new, because we have, for example, we have some, in my school, we have some students that were brought in from Ukraine, from Afghanistan, from all those war-torn countries, from Yemen. I have some of them in my classroom. And when those students come in, their parents can barely speak English. You have some of them that they don't even understand the word come in English because they came in because of the war and they are refugees. We have translators in school that probably help to translate whatever it is they need to do. They also have apps for the children. That those apps are for example, if for example I have those kind of kids in my classroom, I am meant to plan the lessons to include that child.
Inclusion.
So for example, as a teacher, what I do is I will go on the internet and translate my lesson content into the language of that child. I'll print it out and hand it over to that child.
Wow.
At least that has made it a lot easier. Yes, that has made it a lot easier for the child, pending while they learn
and
the English language and integrate
system.
into the system. And also, that is the same for parents.
Okay.
The school provides them with all the information they need, but in
their language.
Now, for parents that can't, because there are some parents also that cannot read and write their language. They can only speak it. Yes, they are not literate in writing or reading their language. We get translators.
Okay.
Yes, we do get translators. And all of this, immediately the child resumes school, all of these are indicated on that child's profile. Parents are this, the child is this, the child is that.
Oh.
So you as a teacher, you already know what to prepare for when you're meeting the parents or when a question arises for the child's carers or parents. So all of these are integrated into the educational system, and trust me, is a lot of administrative work.
Of course.
But we get to do it. We get to do it because no child must be left out. That is why it is called Get It Right for Every Child. It doesn't matter your background, where you come from, you are included.
No child
is left behind. You are well catered for all round. So yes, these are things that parents can. The school has provision for all of this. The school caters for all of this. They provide translators, they provide materials in the language of the parents, and they hold meetings from time to time to ensure that all of this is to ensure that all of this, the child is progressing well in their academics here.
Wow, that's a good one. So inclusion at its practicality, so to say. You're seeing it, you're feeling it. No child is left behind, no matter where you're from. Nobody is left behind. Everybody's included into the system. And I think it's the same for the parents as well, because you talked about the translators. So that's very good. Very, very good. So no parent to be left behind. Now, looking at this, what advice would you give to parents who work long hours, who feel guilty that they don't have enough time? Now, they are in the know, they are not the ignorant. They know they should have time for their children, but they know they don't have that time because of the long hours they work. What advice would you give to them? And it's not their fault though. I know some of them, oh yes, because probably in quotes they need to do some project, but we have some that honestly the bills are higher and they need to meet up with these bills. What honest advice would you give to those people who feel guilty that they are not having enough time for these children?
Well, what I would say is build structures.
Build structures.
You need to have a structure around your family life.
Okay.
Now let's take it back to Nigeria. We also have parents that they are career driven, and their career requires them to move around a lot. They are not always available and all of that.
Right.
So let's paint that scenario in this environment that we find ourselves. You just have to build that structure whereby you have structures in place to take care of all of those things. You can't chase two things at a time. You just, well, okay, let me know. Maybe I might not use the word chase two things at a time, but the truth is, you can't eat your cake and have it.
Yeah.
I think that would be a better expression. You cannot eat your cake and still have it. So you just have to, if you're chasing the money or chasing the bag, as my people will say it, then you have to use it. Use that money to buy the time by building structure around your kids.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry, Miss Bankole Francis. Because I was going to actually ask that. What's the place of home lesson? Because I was thinking that if you won't be available, one of my mentors, the Oshewers, the owners of the Ambassadors Nursery and Primary School, the Ambassador Schools, he once said something. He said when he was in the middle of his career, when he was working and he didn't have time to sit with the children, to teach them, to explain things to them and put them through schoolwork, he said he had to pay for it.
Yes.
If he's going after the money, then he had to come back and then do something and make sure that that part of his children's life is actually not lagging behind.
Exactly.
What do you say about that in the
Exactly.
UK?
That is one of the structures that I'm talking about.
Okay.
You can build structures.
So it's okay to do that?
It is very, very okay to do that.
Super.
Yes, it is very, very okay to do that here in the UK.
Okay.
You can source for teachers.
Okay.
You can source for teachers that can probably come to the house or even online teaching. But then, for the online teaching, you need to know the kind of child you have.
Okay.
Because some children might not do well with that.
Okay.
If you can pay for a physical teacher to come to the house, yes, you can do that. Also, there are various learning apps nowadays online you can subscribe for. That's why I said build that structure. You tell them, okay, I've subscribed for this, I've subscribed for that. You set it up for them. At some time, you're meant to be on this app. I will be checking you, and most of those apps, they have a back end where you will be the admin. You can monitor how many, what has this child done so far today, you know, like that. You can check it on your, you can check the child's progress on the admin platform, you know, and see what it is that child is up to and what that child is doing. You can buy textbooks if you feel okay. Maybe if they're online, they'll probably be playing games or not do what they are meant to do. You can buy textbooks, physical books. You are assigned to do activities. You're doing activities. You assign activities on those textbooks. Do from page. I expect you to do from page 1 to this on so day. In fact, you can do it ahead of time. Like you buy a textbook, look at the number of pages, put it in 2 days. By day 1, you should have finished pages 1. By day 2, you are doing page 2. You know, all of that will help you monitor your child's academic progress. You know where they are lagging behind. You know what child is maybe not mathematically inclined, which one is not science inclined, which one is a better writer. Storybooks, you know, these are all of the things that you can use in engaging these children. And don't forget, it is not just academics alone. They learn from their environment as well. They learn from their environment. You can put them on the bus for days that you have time. Put them on the bus. Go to places around that won't cost you a lot of money. Let them, you know, you might even have a child that likes drawing. Take them out to the park. Tell them, draw this beautiful scenery. It will take about 1 hour, 2 hours. You know, just enjoy nature. Engage them with nature. You know, they learn from their environment. They learn because here they are not just focused on academics alone. 2 + 2 = 4, and the world is round, the shape is not flat. No, they are not just, they are interested in how the child interprets the environment around them. You know, and that is why they are more interested in their creativity, their communication skills,
critical thinking.
What is the essence of you knowing that 2 + 2  is 4?
When you can't apply it to real life.
Real life situation. So we teach real life applications. Do you understand?
Beautiful.
In school, we teach real life applications. In fact, when we plan our lessons, it must reflect how that
can be translated into real life.
Because you have students coming into the class and asking you, why am I learning this? Why are you teaching me this?
Why are you teaching me what anatomy is?
I have asked, in fact, almost every lesson you have a child telling you, why do I need to learn this? You must answer that question.
Oh, yes.
If not, there's nothing you will tell them, or there's nothing that would teach for that lesson that they will listen to. You're just probably talking to blank students.
This is so interesting, you know. One of the things that really stood out for me when you talked about a parent planning the week, even though you didn't use the word week, but what you meant to say was week, because you said day 1, day 2, I'm planning it. And you know, this book I'm currently reading, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the things Stephen Covey said is to be effective, to be an effective person, you need to have a structure, like you said. And that structure includes you planning your week, not your day. We are used to planning the day. Oh, what do I have to do today? But there's a need to also plan the week, because when you do that, you are more effective. You're planning all round. So when you're going at the beginning of a week, as a parent, no matter how busy you are, you can't tell me you don't have 1 hour in a week to actually plan for your child's well-being or your child's academics or something. So for the week you could plan. This week, day one, this is what you're doing. Look for that time. Find that time to plan it, and that will make you more effective in parenting, and that will help you build a structure, just like our guests have said. Wow. For me, this is a lot I've had to take in this show. I've learned a lot. I am full. I have a lot of nuggets to go and work with. Sincerely, I want to believe it's the same for you parents, immigrants, whoever you are out there watching this podcast. Please know that you are strong. You are not alone in this journey, in this parenting. In case you're scared that, oh, am I getting it right? Parents, no perfect parents at that. Remember, there is no manual for us. We learn as we go. And that's why this kind of podcast is here. So we'll learn from real conversations. We'll learn from real life experiences. And I hope that you will join us. And I'm sure that you have hit that subscribe button and then you've turned on your notification. Thank you very much for staying with us. Mrs. Sheyi Bankole Francis, please thank you. We appreciate you for coming to join us on this show. We are so grateful. From Parenting Hack by Telebi, we have this little token for you to show our appreciation. Thank you very much.
This is well appreciated.
You're welcome. You're welcome so much. Thank you, viewers. Catch you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.